Hello, I'm Chris. If you struggle with hill starts at junctions, then this video's for you. Before practicing hill starts, make sure you're confident where the biting point is in your car. To find it, clutch, first gear, and then slowly raise the clutch until you feel the back of the car sink down slightly and the front raises a little. There it is. The engine sound changes slightly too. Now clutch all the way down and find it again. The first part of raising the clutch doesn't do anything, and about halfway up I can feel a little change in the car. You don't feel it in the pedal, but the front of the car raises and the back of the car dips down. I'll try again. With practice, you'll be able to find the biting point quicker. To make sure the car doesn't stall on a hill, you'll also need to give it a bit more gas than you normally would on a flat road. I'm going to get the revs up towards 2. This will help the car not stall on a hill. And then find the biting point. Because when you do a hill start, you'll need to set the gas first to prevent stalling, and then find the biting point to prevent rolling backwards. Without the biting point, the car will just roll back. Without the gas, the car will probably stall. Try and hit the gas first, then find the biting point. Practice this and try and get quicker. You need to be really confident where that biting point is. Okay, let's go and tackle a junction on a hill. I'll first show you how some new drivers approach this junction and how they deal with it. I'm turning left, check mirrors, signal, and now they approach it a bit too fast and brake too hard. Probably because they're worried about rolling backwards. They approach fast, ready to stop, but not ready to go. Then some new drivers, they try and get the biting point with the foot brake still on. In some cars it works, but in some cars it doesn't. So it's not a very reliable technique. I've got the biting point there. It seems to be working this time. Holding a biting point for long periods of time can increase wear and tear on the clutch. More gas, raise the clutch slightly to move. It works sometimes, but not always. So I wouldn't recommend getting the biting point with the foot brake still on. I'll show you an easier and better way to deal with these junctions uphill. I'm turning right at the end of the road. I'm in second gear. Check mirrors, signal. Now I'm coming off the gas a little, letting the heels slow the car down. Clutch down, first gear. Gas and biting point to have a little creep. I can see a bus coming, so clutch brake. Parking brake makes it so much easier. Gas, biting point, lots of checking both ways. And then slowly raising the clutch with more gas. I'll show you another one. When approaching a junction on a hill, approach it slowly, ready to stop, but also ready to go. So off gas, let the hill slow down, clutch, first gear, light braking, then gas, biting point before the car stops. Lots of checking as the clutch slowly comes up with more gas. Having a slow approach to these junctions makes them so much easier. If you want to make the junction even easier, have a slower approach. I'm turning left, mirrors, signal, off gas, clutch, first gear, now gas, biting point, feet steady, lots of looking both ways, clutch steady, keep creeping unless you see somebody, and then a little bit more gas as you slowly release the clutch. Always be ready to stop, but also prepared to go. Don't forget, the hill is acting as a brake. It's slowing the car down. I'm turning right, check mirrors, signal, off gas, let the hill slow me down, clutch down, first gear, gas and biting point to creep, lots of looking, ready to stop, leaning forward can help, see a motorbike, clutch brake. The parking brake can help, gas, biting point, feet steady, lots of looking, and then clutch slowly comes up with a bit more gas. The benefits of using the parking brake are being able to set the gas and biting point without worrying about rolling back. The gas really helps the car not stall. You'll also feel the biting point if you have the parking brake on, as the back of the car dips down. You won't feel that dip if you don't have the parking brake on. You can do hill starts without the parking brake, but it is harder and there is more chance of stalling. I'm turning left, mirrors, signal, off gas, let the hill slow me down. I'm going to stop this time, even if there's no one there. But there is someone there, so it worked out okay. Let's try a hill start without the parking brake. You've got to be quick with your feet. Gas, biting point, and then the clutch slowly comes up with more gas. It is possible to do hill starts without the parking brake, but why not use it? It doesn't have to take ages. You can quickly put it on, get prepared, and then release it again. There's less chance of stalling and less fear of rolling backwards, as you'll be able to prepare the car by getting the gas and the biting point. If you try and do a hill start without the biting point, then you can expect to roll backwards. Try a hill start without the gas, and you might get away with it, but it really struggles and possibly could stall. When doing a hill start like this, remember to get the revs up to about 2 on the rev counter. Make sure you have that biting point, the front raises up, the sound changes, make sure it's safe, signal if necessary, then feet steady, bit more gas as you slowly raise the clutch. You don't want to let go of the clutch too soon though, otherwise the car will stall or it'll be a bit jerky. So you basically hold that biting point for about 2 to 3 seconds as you move off. Another junction on a hill, turning right, check mirrors, signal. I'm not braking, off gas, clutch, brake, first gear, gas biting point, safe to go, clutch slowly comes up with more gas. Having a slow approach really makes those junctions easier. I'm turning left at the end of the road. Check mirrors, signal, off gas. Now clutch down, first gear, gas and bite to creep up to the giveaway line. Lots of looking, and then the clutch slowly comes up with more gas. Build up speed up to second. Having a slow approach, ready to go, as well as ready to stop, really helps. Don't just approach the junction ready to stop, as the road might be clear and you won't have to do a hill start. Don't forget, when stopping on an uphill, you'll need less braking, as the hill will slow you down. This time, I'm turning right to the end of this road. Check mirrors, signal, off gas, clutch, first gear, ready to go, gas and bite to creep. Lots of looking, and it's busy, so clutch brake, parking brake on, gas bite, and then clutch slowly comes up with more gas. The parking brake really helps on those steep hills, and it doesn't have to take long to apply it and then release it. It is possible to do hill starts without the parking brake, of course. I'll try one in a moment. At the end of the road, I'm turning left, check mirrors, signal, off gas, clutch, first gear, gas, biting point to creep, little movements of the clutch, lowering the clutch slightly to slow down. Now off gas, clutch, foot brake, make sure it's safe. Now gas, biting point, feet steady, then slowly release the clutch with more gas. Bear in mind when doing hill starts that you don't hold the biting point too long, as that does increase wear and tear on the clutch. I'm turning right, mirrors, signal, off gas, clutch, first gear, Looks busy, but just creep up to the line by getting the gas and the bite, then clutch, brake. Let's try hill start without the parking brake. Looks safe, gas, biting point, then clutch slowly comes up with more gas. Make sure that you hold that biting point for about 2 to 3 seconds as you move off. If you release it too soon, then the car will either stall or it'll be jerky. Don't be afraid to give it some gas when you move off. It won't necessarily make you go faster, but it helps the engine not stall. Should you press the clutch or brake first when stopping? Watch this video next to find out. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like and subscribe, and bye for now.